I am David Akinbamini. I'm a graduate of History and International Studies, Lagos State University, Ojo. I'm an Uber driver and I farm as well. On Friday 28th of May 2021, after work, I went to park my vehicle, the one I use for my work. There is a rented vehicle. So when I parked, I now took a bus home. Now, alighting from the bus at my bus stop, I tried to cross the road, which is just by the junction of my house. And as I crossed the road, somehow a bike man came from, I will say nowhere. After I've checked before I crossed, I just found myself on the floor. The bike man knocked me, so that I fell on the floor. I was sitting there, I couldn't stand up. But it was late, around 9:30 p.m. in the night. So the bus that dropped me had gone, and the bike man too, he left. He was telling me sorry, I'm far off, and he left me there. I thought it was a joke. I tried to get up, but I just managed to crawl across the second side of the road. By the time I crossed to my to the junction, I was able to crawl across the road to the junction. I managed. I couldn't walk home, which is just about a pole away from where I was sitting. So I was trying to reach out to the bike that was passing, that they should please help me to my house. But after about an hour effort, I was lucky to get one that dropped me by my gate. So my neighbors got to know about it. I saw them outside, so I shouted, I beckoned on them. They came to my rescue. I was taken to the hospital that night, where I was given drugs and I was given injection afterwards. I was also given some light massage that night, but I couldn't walk. I was just crawling on my buttocks. So the following day, after I remained at home because I was not admitted at the hospital. In the evening, I was able to get up and I was limping on my left leg. I couldn't stand on it, I couldn't walk with it, I couldn't do anything with that leg anymore. Now, by that, the evening of the following day, I was able to start moving from one point to the other, but though with pain. So I kept moving, and after a week, I resumed back to my work, but I was still limping on the leg. I couldn't use the leg as I should. So I returned to work about a week after. I worked for like about 3 weeks before the pain came out again, and it was severe this time. In fact, I had to drive with one hand and on the steering and the other on the leg, holding it from Island down to Abule area where I reside. That day the pain started. I couldn't manage the situation again. The leg was severely, I was seriously in pain on that leg. As you can see, I can carry the right leg. What I'm trying to do it also on the left, but I cannot lift it as I'm standing. So I kept on like that. When I discovered that this pain was on, I now went for an x-ray. I went to a center where they do x-ray around me. I did the x-ray. That x-ray, it read that there was no fracture on the bone. So they took the x-ray of the leg that was paining, they were giving me the pain. So when the pain continued and I couldn't go about my work again, I just thought of, let me go to the general hospital, Okada, which I went. That was the second hospital I went to. So on getting there, they referred me to Igbobi. That's the National Orthopedic Hospital, Igbobi. And I went there. On getting there, the doctor that attended to me first told me that they will not accept that x-ray that I brought because of the extent of the extent to which I cannot use the leg. So they said they will not accept that x-ray, that I should do another x-ray. And they gave me an appointment for a fortnight. So before the fortnight, I went for another x-ray in Igbobi. That x-ray now read they said the X-ray covered the hip, the total hip. So the X-ray now read that the ball-like end of the femur had worn off, and I left after the X-ray. I now came back on the 10th of August, where I was given an appointment at Igbobi. When I met the specialist doctor, he looked at it and told me at the X-ray and told me that the ball-like end of the femur that joining the thigh here has chopped, has worn off, and as a result it needs replacement. He told me that if at that replacement, that after the replacement, that in about 10 to 15 years it will expire. So that means I have to be replacing it every 10 to 15 years. So I now asked him how much is the cost of this surgery that I'm going to go through to be able to change the head of the femur, which is the ball-like end of the femur. He told me it will cost me not less than 1.5 million. And there are still some other expenses, maybe like admission and some tests and some other things like that. So he just told me that in all I should just be thinking that it cannot be less than maybe in the neighborhood of 2 million because of the test and admission and some other expenses that will go along with it. So when he told me this, I felt like it's the end of the road or end of the world, because already I cannot walk. Any movement I do is in pains. Maybe I should just bring out my X-rays that I have here. This is the X-ray. The right leg is in order, but the one of the left leg is the head, the ball-like end has pushed inside. It has worn off, so it has to drop inside. So this is my plan. I have nobody to run out to except God. So this is how far I've gone, and what has happened to me. As I said, I'm an Uber driver, and even the vehicle I work with, I rent the vehicle. So, and for like almost 2 months, I didn't have a vehicle that I was working with. I just got the vehicle early that May. So it's like, and even before now, personally, I've spent more than 40,000 in buying drugs and some other things from the work I was doing in the few weeks that I told you I worked. So at the moment, I don't have any dime on me, and I'm begging, I'm soliciting that Nigerians or anybody seeing me should just have mercy on me as a creature of God, because I am helpless at the moment. I cannot go by my daily work. I cannot. Means of livelihood is not there as at now. It's like I just need people to help me with their milk of kindness, so that in money, in cash, and in kind, and in prayers too. I need prayer. Somebody that will go through an operation needs prayer. So I need the prayers of people that are watching me, and I also need their financial support, so that I can be able to raise this money and go for this surgery. I'll be able to go about my work instead of being useless, being redundant as a beggar. I don't want to be a beggar. I don't want to be a burden to the society or to my family or whoever. That is why I am pleading that whoever is seeing me should please be merciful on me and help me out, whatever they have. Nothing is too small, nothing is too big at this point in time. I need your help. Please, God will bless you as you help me. This is the left leg. I cannot rest on it, but I can rest on this right one that is not injured. But the left one, I cannot rest on it. It cannot carry my weight, and I cannot walk on it at all. So I had to use this staff as a support to be able to move. As you can see, I'm just bleeding. I cannot do more than this. And as I'm moving, it's in pains. It's in pain that I'm moving. Please, I want people's help. I need your help, please. God will help you. I don't want to be a beggar. I don't want to be redundant. I don't want to be a liability to the society. Then I want to contribute to society. Please, I need your help. I need your prayers. I need your financial support. Nothing is too small and nothing is too much. Please, I beg you in God's name.